Oh shit, I forgot you can hear me talking. That's awesome. Let me move the mic a little bit. I think I want to make myself louder today. Because y'all need that. Y'all need me yelling. One more decibel. And we're back. Perfect. Great. Okay. So, I started a little early today. That's all good, but dude, I am hungry. I got my coffee, I already had a cup. This is my second cup. I started doing these, what are they called? Those nasal strips that you put on your nose when you go to sleep. Man, those are fire. Highly recommend it. I thought they were a scam, to be honest, at first. Because it sounds silly, but essentially what they do is they like hold your nostrils open. Which sounds stupid, but 10 out of 10 recommend. Try not to mouth breathe on stream. Not having my nose clogged helped a lot. You hear that? That's the sound of me breathing through my nose, finally. Anyways, get into it. Let me check a few things. Back here. Got to close my Steam page. I don't want y'all seeing my Steam page. I've been playing Panzer Dragoon. You know. Oh, well, I even forgot to do the Twitch, so it's not like it matters. Forget that there's a button I have to use to switch streams. The way I do things. Alrighty. Things looking good. Getting a solid 30 frames per second, it looks like. I think Ableton crashed. We were 100% good. No good no more. Ableton has shit the bed. I don't know what to do actually. I mean, I could force close it, but I'm worried that might not fix the issue. Let's close it. Close it down. Time to open up Task Manager. Close. I'll just go ahead and close Chrome and everything too while I'm at it to get the best performance. I should be over here. Scooch a little bit. So the file did crash yesterday too. I wasn't doing anything particularly demanding in it at the moment, but yeah, there's a lot more. I'm thinking about doing more streams where I make the artwork and stuff too. I mean, a lot of people thought that either this is AI generated or I drew it or sketched somebody else's work. Uh, I'll admit the original 3D model is somebody else's work. But I bought it with dollars. So essentially, what it is it's all done in, or most of it, the heavy lifting's done in Blender. And I took the original model. I made a few modifications to it. Originally, she was wearing a hat, um, and had a sword. Those some other touch ups I did. Um, if anything, it, the first process looks like I probably just did a bunch of mesh modifications, and so it probably looked terrible to anybody that like knew more than me. But the idea is more so it's like getting everything in an okay spot first, and then there's a render setting you can do where Blender will have a essentially a separate output where it's just the lines. I think it's called like grease pencil or something, and it'll take all the lines and export it into its own file. And then what I did was I took the lines and I think it was either the original render or it was the shading render, and I used Adobe Illustrator to make a cool kind of UI interface looking thing. And after I brought it into Illustrator, I took it out, put it into Photoshop, and within Photoshop, I started adding the colors. So what I used for that was something called gradient mapping. If you don't know what it is, I highly recommend you check it out. I'm not a professional, so it's hard for me to explain, but essentially you have think of color in a sense of 0 to 1, while 0 can be black or white, then 1 can be black or white. It's like a gradient of shades. Now, what gradient mapping does is it tells, okay, this specific shade needs to be this color, not gray, not black or white, but this specific color. So it's like per value, you know. So in this scene, I think what I did was the lightest colors I made into a dark blue. I think I did it backwards. So it was like dark blue, lighter blue, purplish in the middle. And you can actually see on the up on that picture that's above me, that little gradient swab that's just from light to dark down. That's essentially what gradient mapping is, if anyone was interested in that. Scanning plugins right now. That's going to take forever. Yeah. Trying to buy time by talking about stupid shit like art. To all my homies that have the patience to draw, good on you. I like drawing, but it's hard for me to do that. I think I did like 2 releases where I actually drew the art. Or actually, I think it was 3. Um, it's a very interesting. I think there's 2 types of artists, maybe 3. There's probably more, but it's like I see a lot of these people that do the like animations that are like very very cartoony, and then I see artists who do like mind numbing stuff. um, So the people that draw the cartoony stuff usually do it through lots of repetition without really understanding what they're doing. It's just like a lot of this. They're not like if you talk to somebody that makes that kind of art, it's like a lot of their knowledge comes from like short form content and kind of mimicking. But then you got people that will tell you how light interfaces with the world and how color isn't color, but it's really just how light interacts with the specific material. That shit gets kind of crazy. And that shit's really neat because even in 3D uh, environments, those principles are still in place. So it's like you see my skin, right? But you notice there's different colors. The only reason there's like different colors on my skin, it's not just like putty, is because when light hits my skin, your skin's not actually like, solid. I mean, there's pores in it. And then it's also like thin enough to where if you know how you can shine a flashlight on your hand and you can see the light go through your hand. I mean, you get that with stuff like leaves too. You get that with air, certain plants, um, and a bunch of different materials. It's pretty nuts. And then it's like you have light, and then you have an absence of light. And then everything just becomes gradients from there. Like everything is just like how light interacts. Um, there was a book I got, and I can remember the name of it off the top of my head. I would tell y'all, but it's a really good book about all of those concepts. So if we got any artists here, um, study light. It's brain numbing for me at least. Come on, one more plugin. I think I remember what it was. Was I was working on something else, forgot that I had Ableton open. I reset my audio interface, and then Ableton just shit itself. In the meantime, I'll just make sure stuff like voice meters all good. Yeah, even voice meters like, hey, there's something wrong. Because it uses the same drivers as my audio card. Okay. Oh, is there a delay now? Let me make sure there's not a delay. That'd be really bad. That'd be really bad. Okay. No delay. Nah, there's a delay. One moment. Cool trick. Restart your audio. And we back? I think we back. I think we're back. Cool. Okay. Alright. It's good enough. Good enough, good enough, good enough. Just checking a few things before we get into it. I think Ableton is finally done shitting itself. So get doing shit on there. So I do want to rearrange some stuff over here. I like how it's going, but it's like okay, two things that I already was thinking about when working on this was I want more percussion and I want a second drop with more of like a kind of creepy bass feel. I also wanted to do some. I didn't want to do vocals on it, but I want to add some vocals to it. I don't know if I'll be able to do that in the stream. Kind of time constrained, as always. But yeah, I do all that. Also, I'm not gonna be able to do these more live streams for the next 3 days. I'm gonna be out. I was gonna try to see if I could take my laptop, but the laptop I have right now wouldn't be able to support streaming, especially where I'm gonna be at. So, kind of SOL. But Saturday I should be back. Expect the normal live stream then, or it might be a evening live stream. But after that, yeah, should be back to the normal schedule, 7 a.m. live streams. Also, I'm trying to hit a goal right now. I'm trying to bump up like 5 subscribers or at least 5 watch hours. So I'm gonna try to make sure I'm streaming every day. But yeah, just got that 3-day vacation going on. So it is. Real quick, check something. Okay. And we're back. Okay. So there's a few ways I like to add percussion. Actually, I wonder if I could go to one of my other projects here. What's it called? Probably just be able to go here because there was a record made not too long ago. Like, why don't I just reuse stuff? Should be a way to do it. Should be a way to do it. There should be a way to do it. It's there. Or did I save that shit? I don't know. Here's the thing. It's like one thing I want to do is start reusing some of the sounds I make because I rarely ever reuse anything. So it's like I got this long. This is like 8 sticky notes of stuff I want to reuse for different tracks. But I don't know. In this case, I remember the process, or most of it at least, so I'll just do it through here. So for my homies that have contact, the giant, not this giant, cinematic is a kind of more of a percussion instrument. I think I left the violin armed. And that gets on my nerves sometimes, arming. And also the Ableton push, you can only arm one at a time unless you hit control. And I kind of like that better, so I may need to figure out how to enable that. But I know I just want to add some needle percussion. So normally what I do is that on. And the cool thing is they're linked to notes, I assume, so it's like we can just start off with something like that. Kind of go from there. Let's try to come up with a cool rhythm. Now I gotta make it sound more cinematic. Just funny listening to it. I feel like that's too fast. Now I need to do some sound processing. We also can change some of the aspects in here. Or break it, apparently. Not sure if I like that little last thing right here. Maybe better just look at this. And I'm gonna try something here that I haven't done before. Maybe it's too much, that might be the problem. bastard. I mean, I think it works as like a background thing. And then I'm gonna do another layer that is, this one's gonna be harder to do, I feel like, because it's gonna need a lot more sound design to get it to sounding how I want it. But there's this cool thing called Devastator Evolution Devastator Warzone. It's like their free synth. This one's got some cool trailer hits. So this one, this is kind of like where I get a lot of my hit sounds. But the thing is, it's like, I feel like this needs a lot of processing. It's crazy how much CPU that's using right now. Gotta make sure note length. I kind of like that rhythm. I think I might change the sound a bit though. Yeah, that sounds too metally, I think. Yeah, we can play with the dynamics a little bit. Might add a bit of compressor, transient master. I want it to sound more percussion-y. So turn down the sustain a bit, and then I'll take a drum bus. Is that right? Yeah, I think it's drum bus. Take one of these. These are cool. Up the transient, turn down the decay. That's my bad. I should have been listening to the track while I was making the rhythm here. So I'll just. That's better. Let me try this. Let's go back into here and adjust where it starts. And just find there's a way to select each I think it has rhythms built in, so I should have just taken those, but I keep forgetting about that. So we go over here, keep it open while I mess with the MIDI. Put it down on a different window because you already saw kind of what I was doing. almost want to make this one feel slower. I'm trying to take this out of the drum group right now. Needs hats. Let's get some hats on there. Hat. I don't. Fuck it. Doing it. I want to add that as a very subtle thing, just in the background, just to kind of get it pacing. So we're just gonna take that truck and get that a bit, and what I should be using is the XLN XO thingy. I'm paying for this, so might as well use it, right? Damn, we're already at 48 minutes. Let's go. Okay, so I found this one. Can you show me where this is? Oh, that's nice. That's nice. So I just mainly wanted to use it to find samples faster. So that was perfect use case scenario for my boy. I wanted this on the kicks, not necessarily every quarter note. What did I just do? So what I did was I got Transient Master, and I didn't like the tail of that ride, so I just cut it out. I remade the tail with a hybrid reverb, which most people say, oh, that's bullshit. You know, don't do that. I mean, they're right. Hold on, picking my nose. I shouldn't do that on the stream. That's probably bad. And then I got the doubler, which is essentially kind of makes it a little bit wider. And then what I'm going to do is last is going to drum bus. Drum bus is like really cool. I feel like it can either make a sound really good That's a classic hat right there. Everybody's heard that hat. That worked, I think. really giving away all my secrets right now, to be honest with you. So, what I'm doing is using auto pans to essentially make it sound more organic. So, the first one's like, instead of using velocity or just raising and lowering the volume, what it's doing is, well, it is raising and lowering the volume. So it's like, as time passes, it's going to go like this in amplitude. Then the next one just pans it a little to the left and right, makes it sound a little more interesting. The delay is kind of the same concept. I'm using ping pong delay to add more stereo width. Then the first auto pan is set to 16ths, so that makes the notes only go on 16th notes essentially, with a little bit, like about 30% of that volume still ringing out. Then the next auto pan is set to 8th notes, which will have emphasis on every 8th note. So it'll go essentially, or I guess it'd be instead of that, and then it compresses. But I don't know if I like it, to be honest. I don't know. Always the little things that get me. That's better. That's a lot better. I can live with that. I kind of want to move on to this section over here. I think there's a way I could just like, where did they put, oh there it is, groove. I still need to adjust this a bit. It's still just... There's something making, I think it's this. Now I'm looking for the strings. There they are. No, I gotta miss. Where did it go? I didn't even click it, did I? Okay. So I should put this back over here. Zero this one. And I kind of want to do something a little darker on this next part. But I think I'm going to have to wrap here. Got an hour in, so that's nice. But gotta help on out. So thank you again.